Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to do a new topic that already I have taught you once. Still, I'm revising it for you people today. That is analytical paragraph, a new topic introduced in your syllabus. This is about analytical, as the title suggests. It talks about data analysis. Some data is given, some visuals are given to you in the form of some pie chart, any form, any pictorial graph, any bar graph. So what you have to do, you have to analyze those things given in that data, and you have to explain according to your how you have what you have understood out of that data, given data, what you have analyzed for it. So you have to give interpretation on the basis of that survey collected data. You have to give your own interpretation. What do you think about that paragraph? That is analytical paragraph. Okay. So this can be given you people in different forms. You can be given in 4, 5, 6 different forms. As in the maths, if let's talk about first. In maths, you are given some figures. So what these figures are, like pictograph you have studied in maths, pie charts you have studied in maths, bar graphs you have studied in all these structures you already are studying in maths. So what is given there? If you have analyzed it, it is about some data, is some surveys made. Okay, some surveys made, and that survey is given a short form. That is data collection. Short form is given. Big surveys are done, and they are collected in the form of those short pictures. So those data are already collected. So because in English now, what we have to do, we have to explain that. We have to, that short form now again we have to write in detail what we are thinking. We have to analyze, we have to compare the things there, and then we have to write a paragraph on it. Let me tell you first how many types can you get for those, which sort of things you can get, what sort of questions you can get while the analytical question is asked in your question paper. There can be, it can be in the form of pie charts. You all are familiar with those, but still I will explain you what these pie charts and all are there. I will explain you once so that you better understood and you recollect the things that you actually you are doing. Pie charts are there, line graphs are there. Okay, this is second type is given, line graph. They are called line graphs. The third one, it can be a bar graph. It can be a bar graph. Okay. Or it can be any report writing. Reports we already are doing in English, we have done in English. Report writings. It can be in the form of any report. It can be a map. Okay. This report writing and maps are very clear. In necessity we do the maps. Some details may be given in the form of map, and you will have to analyze it. But report writing also, you may be given some explanation. Some report will be given that this and this happened in that area. And then you will, on the basis of that given report, you will be in detail writing about that, analyze that report and write in your own interpretation about that given topic. These three things, pie charts, line graphs, bar graphs, need a, just you have to study it minutely, that what actually is given in those things. And then you will write about it. Pie charts, if you remember, in maths you do some structures like that you may have done. Like a circle and divided into different parts. Okay, divided into these different parts, and they may be again further like something maybe for symbolic, some pictures, or it can be differentiated from other parts, like some plus signs are there, or this part we can divide by having these horizontal lines. Or this we can make here cross, so that we can differentiate this third part, and we can give this name, any name we can differentiate. So this pie chart, suppose this pie chart is about eating habits, eating study of the people, that what sort of food the people like. Suppose this is a pie chart about the eating habits, and this is told that these signs, they indicate Suppose the percentage who eat pizzas. Suppose the 50 or 40% people they eat pizzas. Okay. And this another form, this one, it talks about these lines. We can draw it like that, and we will be telling that 30% people they like any other food, like it can be because 30% is less, so let us give this type to the vegetables, green leafy vegetables. Green leafy vegetables. Okay, suppose they these percentage people they like green leafy vegetable, and these people's another here these lines given like that, made up the box is made. These are the percentage 30%, or it can be more, or it can be, suppose this is 30% again. 30% people who likes other food, other junk food we go. Here we can say this is a junk food. Pizza is also a junk food. So in junk food, all other things we can take, the tikki, burger and all the things, the chow means and all. Okay, suppose this is a study given, this is a pie chart given, that this is a percentage people take, the consumption of food is according to this percentage. So when you will be describing, when you will be analytically, you will explain this paragraph. So the same thing you will have to explain according to the format. I will tell you the format, how you will be explaining and what you will be explaining. First, let us understand the difference between this line, bar and pie chart. Okay, so this is pie chart and line graph. You may have seen a structure something like that. Okay, one line horizontal and one, just wait. So suppose this is a pie chart given on the same basis, or suppose this topic is given here, population, pollution. Okay, suppose this is about pollution. About pollution. So about pollution, what is to be done here? Study is given in this chart line graph. What study is given? Some years are mentioned here. Suppose this is 2000, then 2010, then 2020, then 2000, and the rest we can, that in future what will happen. 2010 and 20 years are mentioned, and then here that is told that how the pollution is growing year after year. The pollution is growing. It is how the problem is growing very badly. It is affecting the environment, the human. So here, suppose this is told that pollution in 2020, it was something, it increased by 1 billion or 2 billion, like that. Okay, and then it increased in 2010, it increased up to 2 billions and all, and then accordingly it keep on increasing. The pollution keep on increasing, the level keep on increasing. Then after that, then same thing. You may be this, because this is a line graph. So what you have to do is you have to, that this is, it was in 2000 it was 1 at 1 point, then it came at 2 point, then it came at 3 point, and then you have to show your line like that. Okay, this is a line graph. So this line graph and then bar graph. This bar graph also, it talks about the same things. In a bar, you will be given a structure something like that. Something, if you remember, in bar graphs you are given something like that. Some bars, these are the bars shown here. Same year will be mentioned here. And here the percentage can be mentioned. That the crime, suppose it was about crime or violence in India. Suppose in 2000 it was, violence was up to only 10% involved in that, or only 20% involved in that. So show your percentage accordingly. That only 20% people involved, and then the data increased. It reached up to 30%, and then maybe a year came when it was at a low level. It was not, it didn't increase, it was at a low level. So it can be in any form like that. So what you have to do is that you have to study all the things, that what is actually the data showing to me. Is it about violence? Is it about crime? It is about pollution? Is it comparing any 2 countries, 3 countries, or is it giving data of only 1 country? So you have to study that graph, that whatever graph is given, pie chart or graph, whatever is given, study it properly, that what actually the topic is telling. And then comes how you will be writing it. When you have studied all these things, now what is the criteria of writing it? Okay, so let's understand this criteria, that how, what, because in English, whatever we are writing in writing part, there is some format always followed. Format is followed. So what format is followed? Suppose, because this is also analytical paragraph. If we cut this word analytical, this is a paragraph. Paragraph, you have to, analytical paragraph you have to write. So for a paragraph, what is the very important thing that is required first? When you will write the format, heading. You will mention heading. You wrote the heading, and then in 2-3 paragraph you have to keep on writing about what you have studied from there, from this graph. Suppose this is about, we are writing about, suppose we are writing about violence, okay, violence or child labor. So we give a eating habits we talk about. So give that heading here about eating habits of the people, or you can say violence in India, or whatever topic is there, give the heading. After this you have to write 2-3 paragraphs. The first para 1 should be about, it should be about introduction. It should be about introduction. Even a most attractive, the most you can say, a theme should be taken in that introduction. If you are writing about, suppose this is about eating habit we are writing. So how you will introduce your topic is, after giving the heading, how you are going to introduce some 2-3 lines, some most beautiful 2-3 lines you have to give in the beginning. You have to tell how as the health of the people, people most of the time they don't compromise for their favorite things. But when we see towards the eating habits, though people are aware that the junk foods or other foods, they are aware what is the healthy food, but still they go towards the taste. Just like that, give a beginning, then you will start as the data shows. Then in first paragraph you wrote introduction. In the second para 2, in para 2 what you are going to write is, in para 2 you will be writing about that the data, collected data, what is the study in the collected data, analyze that. So in the para 2 you are going to tell now about that how the people who are involved in these things, so what is their habit, how they are doing, what is the percentage, how many people are following the good habits, how many are following the other habits, like that. Study that data which you are analyzing from there, you have analyzed from there, write in your second para, telling the percentage of the people or average estimate of the people, that this number, most of the people, instead of telling exact numbers, most of the people are fond of eating pizzas. So if you want to tell the percentage, that 50%, almost 50% of the people, they are fond of eating the pizzas, the rest, and then take the highest number, then least number, after the runner-up number, and after that you can take the least one. Okay. In second paragraph, give the whole whatever you have studied from that paragraph. Now in para 3. In para 3, this is about conclusion. Okay. This is analyze, analytical, analyze and write. Okay. Analyze and write the same. Write the facts. And in third paragraph, now what you are going to do? This is conclusion. So conclusion. So what conclusion you are going to give about, suppose you have studied the whole paragraph. So on the basis of that, what do you think? What you have analyzed? What is your conclusion now? Give that ending. Okay. Like suppose you have studied that eating habit. People though, so at the end you will give your point of view. What do you think that is right for the people? You can give an ending with that. Then on the basis of this paragraph, as we have seen, people are fond of junk food, They are not caring. They don't care about when it comes the matter of taste. They don't care about their health. So like that. So but everyone should be aware that about the right and wrong things for their lives. They should be aware. They should follow accordingly. So anything like that, you will giving a ending, beautiful ending, beginning beautifully your own point of view, ending your own point of view. In the mid, only second paragraph, this paragraph, it will be giving the this data, analytical data, what you have observed from there. That facts you will be telling in the second paragraph. Beginning, ending, you can do on your own perceptive, what how you have going to end it. That depends on what line will be coming to your mind. Regarding that, you can then end up that, sum up that. That is analytical paragraph. While writing the paragraph, children, you have to take care about the language used. The language you are going to use for that paragraph. What you are going to do is, suppose because this is a comparative study, a number of times this is a comparative study, a number of times some rise and some falls are shown, some static conditions are shown. So what you will do at that time, what sort of language you will use, let us study about that also. Remember one thing, that you need not to give the exact numbers from there, exact percentage, 50%, 20%, 30%, 10%. You can take the estimated value. Estimated, like approximately half of the people, they like pizzas. Like that. Some estimated number you can take, or near about 50%. You can use such words, near about, approximately. You can use such word when you are explaining, when you are giving the estimated number. Okay, no need to give the exact percentage, whatever is given in the fact there. So let's see what sort of language you will be using. This was format. Now we can make in the form of a structure. Through a structure, I will explain you that what sort of language, if this is given something, rise and fall according to a line graph, some rise and fall and static condition and sudden fall, something is given. So what sort of language can be used at that time? Suppose we are given a structure like something, I am giving you some structure like that. This is something rising. Okay? See, this is something rising. From the bottom to top, it is something rising. And then sudden fall came there. Some fall came there. A little fall. We'll say not a sudden fall. It is a little fall. So a little fall is shown there in the condition, something rise high, then a little fall. And then sudden jump. Sudden jump came in the structure. Then this jump came. So what word will be used for this? And then it remained for years and years. It remains static. It remained constant. It doesn't change. It remains same. And then a time came when a sudden fall was there. So what will happen when sudden fall? In your bar graph, in your line chart, sudden fall is shown. That in 2000 it was at 50%. And in 2010 again it fall down to 10% only. So violence increased up to 10% only. So it may be given in that form. So in such cases, you have to take care of the language, the words you are going to use. Suppose this is the rise condition first given. So what sort of words are you are going to use? There can be rise for this. We are talking about this. It can be rise, grow. Okay, rise, grow, went up. Here, went up. Or it can be stepped. Okay, what other words can be here? A number of other things. Went up. It can be went up also. Went up. Okay. And when sudden fall is there, you see, sudden some fall is there. So what you will be using? Here you can use the words like reduce. Here you can use like that. Reduce, fall. Okay. What other it can be? Decline, drop, decline, drop. Such words can be used here. Forward can be used. Present, mostly words are used in present tense. The first forms are used here. So when sudden increase is there. So for this condition, you have to take such words which shows that something is doubling up, trebling up, and something is increasing at a fast speed. So what words should be used at that moment? Gradually. So a short word will be taking here. We can take soared high. Soared high. Okay. Soared high, and then you can take something rocketing. It is rocketing, straight going up. So it is rocketing. Rocketed. Okay. And doubled. It is doubling. It's doubling. Doubled. Or it can be trebled. Triple state, it has increased. So it can be treble. And treble, you can short up word you can use. A number of words are there which can be shorter. Shorter, because it is increasing straight, sudden increase is there. So word should be such that it's showing that something suddenly increased. So this is for that state you can use here. Okay, gradually increase. Okay, sudden increase, gradual increase. These words can be taken from there. And for this state, static. This is what we can write here. For this state we can, because this is a same constant, no change is there. So you can take the words like constant, or you can take remain, stable. Constant word can be used, or you can take stable. Okay, stable, and no more change is there. So you can stood, stable, stood still. Okay, you can take such words. Stood still, stable, stood stable. So such words you can take for this condition. Remain flat. Another word can be remain flat. Remains flat. So for this constant situation we can take such words. And now this comes sudden. This condition, sudden fall. Something remains static for some time and suddenly fall down. So what can be the words for this? Now for this you can use low, hit a low. Hit a low. Okay, I'm writing this side. So hit a low, plunged, crashed, crashed. Okay, something is very badly affected. The situation is badly affected. So what should be such? Then smashed, okay, collapsed, smashed, collapsed, collided, collapsed, collided, something collided, and a number of words are there which you can use. So such words, when you will be comparing, you have to use such words so that it tells about that how the data is not flexible. It is flexible. A number, it was static at this time, then sudden change came. You have to show in your word how it changed. Then a rapid change came, rapidly it increased up to this percentage, up to this level, and then shot up, and then it decreased, fall down, then it plunged into this condition. So use such words that will make it more efficient of your analytical paragraph. So remember one more thing, approximate number you can take, no need to give the exact numbers. Another thing is the language used should be such that shows the data comparing, you are comparing it, or you are showing the decrease or increase or the stable condition in that. Okay, so you have to take according to that condition, and it should be very clear. That data should be given in a clear point of view, should be given. Beginning ending should be always beautifully written, so that it gives the themes is mentioned in your beginning itself, and the ending shows your suggestions that how the lifestyle of the people should be. Okay, this is analytical paragraph. Thank you for listening. Thank you.